I've noticed that since I have a penis, not a lot of people have asked me my opinion on the birth control issue that's been raised, you know, by that girl that Rush Limbaugh called a slut and got in trouble for. Yeah, her. I can't say her name, so I'm not going to bother. No, screw it. I'm going to call her Fluke. Just like I call Brett Favre, Brett Favre, because that's how it's fucking spelled. Deal with it. Anyway, nobody's asked me what I think about birth control, and I'm pretty sure it's because I have a penis, which makes sense, because I don't need birth control. But I'm going to chime in anyway, because I have opinions on almost everything. I have absolutely no problem with a woman getting her insurance to cover part of her birth control if she needs it. Like if you're one of the, according to Miss Fluke, the 20% of women that physically have a need to take birth control, sure, let your insurance company cover it, because it's a medical need. If I have Alzheimer's, or if I have high blood pressure, which heading that way, I would expect my insurance company to help cover that, because it is something that I need. It's something that I need to survive and live a normal and happy life. If the only reason you want birth control is because you don't want to get pregnant and your boyfriend's too much of a prick to wear a condom because it doesn't feel right, shut the fuck up and pay for it. Because I personally don't want to help you have sex. Because if you're one of those people that I just described, I don't want you to breed anyway. I think you should just go ahead and choke yourself and call it a day. Now, Paris Hilton or a Kardashian, I would gladly pay for your birth control. I would even chip in on an abortion just to help save the world. But once again, if you need birth control, if you are one of the women that have a physical condition that a hormonal imbalance or whatever it is that the birth control fixes, that's fine. Let your insurance pick up part of it, but not all of it. Because we'll go back to blood pressure medication, Alzheimer's. That's not 100% covered by most, from my personal experience, from the people that I know. They still come out of pocket a little bit. Like most insurance companies cover between 75 and 90%, and then you pay the remainder, which that's not that bad. If you've got a $200 medication, then you're only paying, you know, $50. That's a good deal to me. But no, if the only reason you're taking birth control is so you don't get pregnant and so your face doesn't break out or whatever, suck it. I'm not paying for your shit. I'm not going to buy you birth control, much less am I going to buy you condoms, because it'd be the same thing. If you're taking it because you don't want to get pregnant, then tough shit. If you can't handle the oops percentage or the oops possibility, you shouldn't be having sex anyway. If you're not responsible enough to do that, you shouldn't be having sex. I'm digressing from the point, but I do that because I'm ranting, I'm tired, and now I'm getting angry, so this is why I'm going to be on blood pressure medication, because Americans are fucking stupid. Nobody on the right is saying, women can't have birth control. No! We want baby. Nobody's saying that. And if you say, we have no access to it, you're full of shit. Because you can go down to the health department and, I'll say health department as I take a draw of a cigarette. You can go down to the health department and you can say, hi, I need birth control. And they're going to give you some. It's cheap, it's generic, but you know what? It's birth control. Now granted, not everybody can take that, and if you're one of the ones that have a medical condition, I'm not talking to you. When I'm speaking about that, I will let you know, but right now I'm bitching about the people that don't need it. People in today's society, it's not just a generation, because I've noticed it from people 10 years younger than me to 20 years older than me. Everybody has convinced themselves that the words desire and deserve mean the same thing. Get out a dictionary and look and see if they mean the same thing, because I guarantee you they don't. People think if they want it, they should have it, and that's fine. But if you have to go out and get a brand new iPhone when it comes out, and then you got to go get the iPad, and then the new model car comes out and you've got to go get it, don't bitch at me and don't whine to me because you can't afford your birth control. Or I used to work at a grocery store, and this woman and her husband would come in, and she was tarted up. She had makeup, like the permanent makeup. She had fake boobs. You could tell she had had facial reconstruction, bleached blonde hair. They drove a Hummer, and he drove a Corvette, and they bought their food with food stamps. There's a woman that won a $1 million jackpot, and she's still collecting food stamps because she has 2 houses that she paid cash for. Fuck you. I'm working 2 jobs so I can have health insurance and keep a roof over my head. Now granted, I'm paying too much in rent and I've got a car payment, but you know what? I'm doing what I gotta do to do what I want to do. I really wish my dad was going to watch this, because he would be very proud of me for saying that, because it took me a long time to learn it. The point I'm making is, if your life choices keep you from doing what you need to do, make different choices. If you make minimum wage, don't buy things like you make $15 an hour. Live within your means. If you don't like your means, find a way to better them. The only way to make money is to either spend less or make more. I said that wrong. The only way to have money is to spend less or make more. If you're making minimum wage, don't spend more than you have. I work with a guy who knows a guy, and this is purely anecdotal, I know. I don't care. I'm telling you the story anyway. He makes like $25 an hour. Good job. He drives an old car that's paid for, and he lives in a small house. He has set his bills up so that if he ever loses his job and has to get a job flipping burgers for minimum wage, he can still pay his bills. And I guarantee you that when he retires, he's going to live better than any of us, because he's intelligent with his money. It's taken me 12 years since my first job to understand this process. Nowhere near where I need to be, but I'm working on getting there. If you want birth control, if you want free anything, get over it. Tonstoffel, there ain't no such thing as a free lunch. But if you want birth control, don't expect it to be handed to you. If you want anything, don't expect it to be handed to you. Earn your own keep, because that's what this country was founded on, and that is the only way this country will continue to be anything. We're coming up on 250 years. That's the lifespan for the great empires. Don't know if we're living in the end times or not. Don't care. All I know is I will not be responsible for this country going bankrupt and falling into hell.